everybody, it's Fan, and I'm here with Nickel for our pregame show as we've got the Thunder taking on against the Denver Nuggets. And this time, our big matchup is only just in. It's win or go home for the Denver Nuggets. They've been lost 2 games against the OKC Thunders by the first and the second game, but there's only one last chance if they could ever win. And a possible string will be everything. My next commentary partners I have is Terry Crews. He's also along with the other commentators with Boomer, and the third will be Zong Tru. The sitting in by will be Ali LaForce, and she'll be in to show how it's done for between the Thunder and the Nuggets. Now, let's see how this will change. Thunder, Nuggets. Next on 2K Sports, it's do or die for a Mile High. We'll see you all later, everybody, for the post-game show after this. Enjoy. And as they're ready to make their approach bet, they're in a locker room as they're ready to prepare game number 3. Greetings from Mile High. I'm Terry Crews, and I'm here with my broadcasting partner, along with the others. We got across is right the other way, will be Boomer, and it's so true the other way. Reporting from the sideline will be in the range between David Aldridge or Ali LaForce. Here are the starting groups as McGear is set to a Mile High 5,280 on the field range in the Ball Arena. And here are the starting groups. Williams is with Lucian Stewart, and it's SGA with Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Hartenstein is in the center. For the Nuggets, we have Jamal Murray. He's with Nikola Jokic. And across is Braun. And then we have as Michael Porter Jr. with Aaron Gordon. The Cortex Alexander finds Stewart. He'll find it, pass over to get to Holmgren. Holmgren has it over to get to Dort. Dort with a shot or two. This one will drop in for the 2-pointer to start for the OKC Thunders.
What I say about Lucian Stewart, he really has been showing it off at the right range. Reasonable doesn't make it start out in the league, as they really like to see him, how he can definitely handle it. It's a big playoff percentage. It doesn't get better on this.
The rebound will pick in for Chet Holmgren. He'll now find it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein will give it over to Holmgren. The fade shot. Open look to Jalen Williams. That one's off the range, and it's rebounded by Aaron Gordon. Murray with the ball. He'll run it in range on the other way. He's right to the middle. The shot is off the hook and rebounded by Chet Holmgren. Holmgren's got his second rebound of the game. And he'll have it over to the SGA with the shot. Drive and play. Count the bucket and one. That'll be the first bucket drive to make it for Cortex Alexander. Foul will be committed on Jamal Murray.
The blue arrow really had to be playing in. There's one problem with that, and you will lose it all.
What a great drive in. I really got to say about SGA, this is the biggest concerns about everything. What to say about Cortex Alexander? It's not easy when everybody does. Free throw coming up for SGA as he's at the free throw line shooting 1. Passing up there with a minute mark in the first quarter. You'll see how we can handle it. The first free throw is off the mark as he will only handle 2. It'll be 4 out of 5. Here's a set to Porter Jr. Watches over to Murray for 3. That one is good. Open the range in as he'll have a close game. 4-3.
There is no perception of this one.
Jamal Murray was really getting a blue arrow flash in there. That's why nobody was on a defender. Nobody could cover it up. Dort gives to Williams. Passing to Cortex Alexander. You'll have the range over now finding to Chet Holmgren. Bounce pass to Isaiah Hartenstein around Jokic. And a rebound will be picked up. Hartenstein got it back. And here's Holmgren for the 3. Dribble range is good. That one is on the outside as Holmgren's got his first 3-pointer of the night. You really have to say about Holmgren. That's why I was really like seeing things. He really has been making that one a step-up range to give that one a good start. Now set to Aaron Gordon right over the dunker. What a great pass by Porter Jr.
He never really felt like that you want to fly up. But that's really what I only can say. He can really say what he can definitely do, but he just won't have the right choice if he makes up a strategy.
SGA outside. Pass back to Dort. Dort shuffles around. Outside is Jalen Williams. That one's good. A number 2-pointer for the Thunders. He's got a first bucket in for Jalen Williams.
You didn't really think it was a better score. He really tried everything, but that wasn't even it. Jalen Williams need to get that one moving in there at the right target. This time he will not get a better range. He will really have it all to give the better output. This is a bad start. They just need to get somebody else a better choice.
And here's a set to Dort. Dort trying to watch him again. Dort, pass to Hardenstein. Hardenstein with a shot. Can't get it to go. And this one goes back to Porter Jr. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Braun, Murray outside. Watching on Murray. Murray. Looking in, finding Gordon. Gordon with the drive, and he's fouled. That'll be Holmgren with his first personal foul. And their first team foul will be on the OKC Thunders with only 4:37 remaining. This is the better start with the range with Aaron Gordon. When you give that pass back to Murray, this is where the cut made it in. And this one is cutting from our target, and this one will keep things in to get right out of the way. That's all that happens. Gordon's going to get that first free throw in. First trip to the free throw line will be Aaron Gordon, and their team for the Nuggets will be the first trip to the free throw line. And he didn't make that first free throw in time. This one is off the target, and he'll have to reset it again.
Yeah, confidence is happening with Aaron Gordon, and he really has to do the better much job. Most likely, he can't get this free throw in there, and he has to make sure that this free throw range is the right choice. You got to make sure you're looking at it right away and then throw it correctly.
And he missed the second free throw. That will be a two missed on a free throw for Aaron Gordon. Hardenstein has it over now to Holmgren. Holmgren passed to Dort. Dort, give and go to Holmgren. We wanted to try to watch the screen here. Williams helping out Holmgren. Here's a screen for Williams. Finish up with the drive, and that one is off the mark and rebounded by Jokic. Porter Jr. the other way, finding LeBron. Here's a set. Outside of Gordon. Gordon fades. Pumps the shot. That one is off the track. And it's rebounded by Holmgren. He has his 4th rebound of the game with under 4 minutes. Holmgren passes over to Gordon to Alexander. Alexander trying to work it around. Trying to get a Dort. Dort pass to Holmgren for 3. Number 3 catches in. There will be a timeout for Denver Nuggets with only 3:42 remaining in the first quarter. This is not a big start afterward. I was really sure that this one was going to be high on the mark, but we really made that one simple here. And now for your group, your call, guys. You would say that I think that the Thunders might be playing against the Minnesota Wolves. What do you think of how this will play afterwards?
Well, I do believe now that the Thunders are going to definitely knock down the team since they were the 2023 NBA Finals champion. They were part of it, and they really have to give it off. I was not really sure how that one was going to keep it in. And that one was not really what they were chosen to be expected. You know, every time when I see things, it really was the hard maintained pressure way. They just have to make sure that they keep that one in the game. The right timing, the more pressure, they got to make sure we have that one clear in.
I would say so too, because I know what they're going to do. They're really going to make that one hard and feel like they're all energized up. They feel like, yep, I think we're going to win this one. We can win it all.
The groups in the substitution for the Thunders and for the Nuggets. Hardenstein's checked out. Now checking in for the OKC is Jalen Williams the other way. Russell Westbrook is checked in for the Denver Nuggets. And with the miss, here's Holmgren as he'll have that rebound hit. And the pass now has it over now again to Dort. Dorf watching in. Reporter morale on the floor saying that there is no constipation that he was able to take in. From Mark to know, he had really shown up. The better piece out on the range, it was given up, but he did. He really has showed it off with a great signing of percentage and showing it off. This teammate is just a better beginning to give it all on the nice one-target range outside. There was no question to make that with all what he did for him. And what sometimes they need to do for, they have to make sure that they get it at the right range. No stand-up, not for winning. Here's Gregorix Alexander with the ball, finds again a Holmgren. Holmgren passes over to Dorf. Here's Dorf. Sidestep for two. Over range, so good. Warner Jr. with the rebound. Rolls right to the middle. Murray, nobody around. And he misses from deep. Jalen Williams the other way. He'll get his first rebound in. Watches out. Now finds Gregorix Alexander. The pass to Holmgren. Here's the drive. Round Gordon. Rolls around the rim and goes in the net. Holmgren's got 7 points. Just 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Westbrook. Finds Murray. Murray with the ball. Setting a screen with a shot. Fades. Goes to Gordon. For three score. This one is a drop range from the corner net. They're back down by 3.
It wouldn't feel like that happened with Aaron Gordon. It will have to feel like you're doing it for the floor. You have to make sure that you have that one eye in range. This percentage is not going to make the key absolutely insane. You have to make sure that you get that one a good look. Dorf over Murray. The drive is up, and it's a great D by Murray to get back to Jokic. Porter Jr. finds Westbrook. Westbrook watching in. Trying to set up a screen for Jokic. He'll give it over to Jokic. Trying to step over to Murray. Here's the shot. The drive is good. Jokic with a two-pointer in. It's now a one-point game possession. This is not the change up they really do. They have to make sure that they get them in a good line range. I really have to say about this feeling. This gets a close game in a range. Dorf with the ball, finding to Williams. Williams, for the finish, the drive is right in the middle as he has 4 points. And that one goes right over now to Lucian Stewart. 39 seconds remaining in the first half quarter of the game. Trying to watch carefully from outside. Toward the back, Westbrook slams it down right toward the middle. Unbelievable throwdown for the Denver Nuggets. 25.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. This is what the fans reacted to see that one quickly. That one was big range. SGA finds it to Williams. Williams passes over now finding to Gregorix Alexander again to Dorf. Dorf. 7 to shoot. Here's SGA. Good shot as he makes that one in to beat the shot clock in 3 seconds. Westbrook from half court, and that will be short. That will end the first quarter. 19-16 to score. OKC up by 3. We'll get ready for the second quarter when we return after the break. And if you're just tuning in for the second quarter, we got the live action for you. It's a close game. They're up by 3. All right, guys, Boomer and So True. I know this wasn't your evening to be easy, but what do you think of this? This was really like hard and difficult for the OKC Thunder since they're really doing it for real. And then now, the Nuggets are making a harder chain. They wanted to have that heavy contest. You gotta make sure they gotta find a way to get in. Say, I mean, they just need to do for a couple quick moves. Make that one feel count right away. The starting groups here for the Denver Nuggets. We have Miss Hardenstein, he's with Alex Caruso. Aaron Wiggins is with Wallace, and Isaiah Joe in for the wait.
What a great block. That was for Isaiah Hartenstein. That's the first block of the game that he has been making his career ever.
Wiggins finds Joe. Here's a 3 for Wiggins. And that will be good for Wallace. That will be his first three-pointer of the game. Westbrook with a chance, and there'll be an offensive foul. That was is going to be on the Nuggets. That's Najee's first personal. And there will be a turnover for Denver Nuggets. Not so playing on the hardwood change. Guys, but it's going to make that one change over. Caruso finds it over to Joe, and he'll have it over to Wallace. Wallace pass now finds Joe. Joe again to Caruso. A three for Wiggins. Rebound by Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. You'll have that one out. Finding a right range. He sends it over to Joe. Joe fades a shot. Rolls over to Westbrook. That shot does no good for Isaiah Joe. Russell Westbrook on a fast break. Here he comes, right toward the center, and he goes right into the hoop. That one makes another 2-point range for the bench point. This scoring is going to keep on from coming back. Russell Westbrook has to really have to make that one feel great. Wiggins up, and the drive is sent in. He has his first bucket in, and that one goes to Caruso with the assist. That'll be his first assist of the game for Alex Caruso. Send over to Watson. The pass to Westbrook. Westbrook looking for a screen. Trying to work his way in. The three for Saric is good. That's a 2-pointer that makes it in for the good start for Dario Saric after the assist by Westbrook. And now Alex Caruso will send it over to Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins looking around. The pass finally again to Caruso. Right toward middle. From the back step, great cut in, but he didn't get the drive in floated correctly. And now Watson will have it. Watson works his way in. A step-in drive is no good. Rebounded by Isaiah Hartenstein as he looks over to Isaiah Joe. He really had that one making a good fade in, but this drive was like not easy at all. You really have to make sure that this one gives it a good step for Watson. It's not a big range. You don't have the right choice to do this. Joe. Tough shot as he makes that one in. That will be his first bucket in for Isaiah Joe, and it's Caruso with the assist. I know what you feel about Alex Caruso. This is a big play inbounding, but you have to do it for him. Keep it quick. Saric, pass broken up by Wallace. Here we go, fast break from Wiggins. Over Saric, great defensive effort for the Denver Nuggets. Now Braun's back the other way. Not the starting five to make his night. Sets to Saric. Westbrook for two. And that's good. Another 2-pointer drops in for Denver Nuggets. We on a 5-field goal range for Russell Westbrook. And here's Caruso. Caruso with the ball. Passes to Isaiah Joe, and it's broken up by Russell Westbrook. The Nuggets are back down by 4, and that'll be Watson with the bucket in. That set-up pass by Russell Westbrook. He has another assist in the game. There was no stopping for Russell Westbrook. He really made that one, showing it to a response. He didn't get that one with a good range. Setting a screen by Isaiah Hartenstein. The lob pass. Wallace resets it up. Finds it over to Wiggins with 4 minutes remaining. Joe. Over to Russell Westbrook. Rub around the back, and he got it in. Isaiah Joe with a second pointer in the game. He has 4.
That was a little bit of confusion of how he was able to do. I thought this was called as close to the major trouble. I thought he didn't get it over.
Watson's shot is no good, and it's rebounded by Isaiah Joe. That's his first rebound of the game to start off. He's sent to Isaiah Hartenstein. Pass over to Joe, again to Alex Caruso. Caruso makes his way in. Finish drive, no good. Can't get the bucket in. And Watson has his chance. He lost the ball. He will send it over, and here's the pass for the lob. Now he lost that one with the ball game. Watson settling it over. Now it has it in the middle with the set check, and good stop by Isaiah Hartenstein with a clean defensive effort. He'll have it back to Isaiah Hartenstein. Caruso for 2. Got it. Number 2-pointer. That will be it first for Alex Caruso, and Hartenstein with the assist.
He was really making it quickly, and he just really has to give that one enough with a good shot. This big range won't be the big tip if you really have it in.
Timeout given by Denver Nuggets with only 2:49 remaining in the first half of the game.
You really have to be playing enough to work. You have to make sure that you give that one a good look. This needs to be the better key range, and that one makes a good start.
Stay tuned, we got the fast halftime show coming up as you'll have Ernie Johnson, Will McKay to Jet Smith, and Chevernia as we have the big fella to share how this one turns in. Are the Nuggets in trouble? Or will the OKC Thunders be able to stop down as the Denver Nuggets make their way with their first win in Game 3? They just had their hard time in the race to Denver. I don't know what will they do, but they have to just try to find another way to get through this. They've got to find another use. This big offense is not going to work. They just have to make sure that they got to get in with the good timing. Substitutions in for the Thunders and for the Nuggets. As there are a couple players are checked on the court, SGA returns on the court with Jamal Murray. And now Murray will have the pass over to Aaron Gordon. Gives to Porter Jr. over Williams. Good make here to have that on the rim, but he didn't get the right timing. Dort with the ball. He has it again to SGA. He'll have the pass over to Williams. Here's Williams. The floating drive. What a take for Jalen Williams. He has 6 points. It's a 32-24 game. Not what I always expected for Jalen Williams to make that one with the easy cut pursuit. No stop and drag, you can do it. What alley pass was successful. That one is for Jamal Murray. He is getting an assist out. Jamal Murray will be there. SGA finds Dort. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
2 minutes.
And Briggs Alexander. The set back to Jalen Williams. You'll give it back to Briggs Alexander. Dort. Corner 3. Kaboom. Nice from the outside and he makes 5 points in the game. SGA with the assists.
He was looking to make that really easy for Lucian Stewart. Making an impossible 3 was really a case of not going to make that one perfect. Really what you touch take. That's a lot of work that he has to be dedicated to make that one work.
Williams passes over now to find Holmgren. Holmgren passes to Dort. Dort, Holmgren. 3 for SGA. Off the rim and another miss by OKC Thunders. Jokic with another rebound as it over to Westbrook. Westbrook. Bounce pass to Jokic. Jokic trying to watch her in. Double fade for the 2. Got it. Nikola Jokic in his second bucket of the game. He has 4. Under a minute remaining in the first half. And off to Senda Williams. Williams pass deflected. Goes out of bounds. And now be Thunder ball with the last touch by Jokic. 52 seconds remaining in the first half of the game. And this will go back to Holmgren. He sets it over to Williams. Shea to Briggs Alexander looking for some flat motions. Setting a screen. You'll give it to Holmgren. The alley-oop on a one-taker. Unbelievable to have it in with the close range to have that one dunk it down. Well, that's what a quick option is. Chad Holmgren was really able to get that one at close range. Murray misses the 3 on the outside. He could have had that one with the close game. We go down by 7, but he didn't. Williams pass to Briggs Alexander. Let the time go down. Back again to Williams. Williams pass now finds Briggs Alexander. 4 to shoot. Fades. Here's Williams. And a 3-pointer doesn't make it in. And for the finish for Westbrook, it's up and we'll have it dunked down. That's Porter Jr. And they'll end the first half of the game with a 37-30 game. It gets close, but this one will be returning to Mile High to go back in. Third quarter is underway after the halftime. See you in just a bit.
2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. We're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. Checking out Oklahoma City. And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. Not afraid to move the whole shot clock if they have to. Overall, they're in position.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Denver?
The energy on deep is good for disappointment. They was slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor where it needs to be is just not there.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And if you're just tuning in, we are about to start the third quarter in Mile High. Taking a look at Chet Holmgren's and the scoring, this big drop down is not where we all have to see this one. Performance is realist on its own.
The fine favorite that happens with Chet Holmgren, he's really got to play it off with one of the best works. This hard maintaining for defense, it's going to make it sharp.
Let's see what happens with Chet Holmgren if he gets this blocking in a game. I want to see how he can definitely do. On the start of the range, it's Jamal Murray. It's with Braun and Porter Jr. Jokic is in center, and Aaron Gordon at power forward. After a little bit of a small slam dunk down to start the third quarter, they'll see what they can do now to get right back in. Williams finds the pass over to Holmgren. Holmgren pass over to Gordon Alexander. Here's the finish over Jokic. Great team by Jokic. So you'll have that one back over to Porter Jr. The alley-oop. That one denies it by Holmgren to get over by Aaron Gordon.
This alley-oop pass was already been tipped out. That's somewhere that's going to get that little range out of it.
Holmgren around Gordon, and that drive will make it in. The rebound puts on for Porter Jr. Here's the race rebounding right near the paint. Outside, Braun. No three-pointer to give here for the upper side for the Nuggets. Now it's back to Hardenstein, and the pass now finds to Gordon Alexander. He gives to Hardenstein for the finish, gets a go, and another tip for a finger roll. He's got his first bucket in the game. He was really like all for the handle. This pressurized, it's just really like giving a Carter key to get through. A send over to Braun, and a great finish drive after Gordon. Braun's got his first two-pointer in the game, under 6:30 remaining. There's a lot of defensive breakdowns afterwards. Nobody wants to see that one coming in there, and that one might be a hard and true thing that's going to hurt. No one really wants to start seeing things if that one gets in the way. And that one gets right over to SGA. Good pass here as the Gordon Alexander's got 8. As a foul, it switches Stewart with the assist. Murray with the shot. Off the rim and rebounded by Williams. Williams passed this Gordon Alexander around Murray, and he's fouled. That'll be the first foul again for Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray with the second personal foul. SGA at the free throw line shooting 2. This will be the first trip to the free throw line for Gordon Alexander.
He's starting off very badly for Jamal Murray. He has to get right into this. There's no change that you need to do for him. And what they need to do now is they just got to watch carefully.
First free throw coming up for SGA as he stops that clock. With only 5:51 remaining in the third quarter. First free throw's good for Gordon Alexander. You know, I've been nobody's team been playing it before. You know, I was really saying that to Gordon Alexander, he's really like on the highest on the topic of effort. I really wanted to see what the rookies can do in trying to keep things up. When they're saying for SGA, he's really to be important of all. Not for anybody, but the more favorite he is, he gives it for a lot of scores to rearrange the stuff. The feeling, the flow, everyone's got a good feeling. Here's Murray. Right to Wayne, trying to watch out. Outside the three from Porter Jr. It's no good. Rebounded by Hardenstein. You'll have it to Williams. Williams slows it down. Has it down to Gordon Alexander. That pass over now finds it Williams. Williams pass to Dort. Dort trying to watch it in. He gives over to Holmgren. The pass over to Hardenstein. Here's the shot. And it's up and in. Hardenstein with 4 points. Of only 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. I never can count that. I mean, that was really a tough shot for Isaiah Hartenstein. He wouldn't want to make that one in there if he would have made that one really good. Here's Porter Jr. He stepped up for three. That's off the rim and rebounded by Hartenstein. He has 8 points in his 8 rebound in his game. Setting a screen by Bernice Alexander. Here's the lob to Hartenstein. Got it through. That one tips it in right over Murray, and that one tips off the ball from his hand.
He's really giving up a good start. Got a good look here for Jamal Murray, but he didn't seem like he was going to try to block that pass. That one was to Bernice Alexander. He got a great look.
Porter Jr. for three. Another miss by Denver Nuggets. Only 4:30 remaining in the third. Here's SGA. The outside on Murray, and he has to pass again to Williams. Williams trying to look where he wanted to go. Out over Braun, and that's what's good for Jalen Williams. 4:14 remaining in the third quarter. Timeout given for Denver Nuggets. They'll have to talk things over again and refill some hydrate with the Gatorade.
Well, I really have to be feeling right now. This is the big feeling and duration with the Denver Nuggets team. They've really made it all the way down to the finals. You may remember this one here from most seasons ago in 2023. This one was really what we all can expect now as the Boston Celtics really wanted to try to win over the Denver Nuggets in round 5. What I say now is, it's not when you do things, it's when you just give things off and then try to have its own rebound. The Caruso really needs to keep these things in. He just needs some time to go right back into it. Nobody has a choice. Nobody's got the cue on this. Hey, this is really what they have to choose from. They just need to make sure they gives it the right time.
New substitutions are on the court for the Nuggets and for the Thunders. Sarge is checked back on, and he's also along with Christian Brun. And we have is Watson. He's back on court. For the Thunders, we have is Wallace. He's with Alex Caruso. And Aaron Wiggins is right to the wing. And finally, another Williams is moves over. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Williams trying to send it over to Wallace as he now wants to give it over to Caruso. He's got to look for another pass up and look here for Isaiah Hartenstein. He got that one in there. That's Hartenstein with another 2-pointer. He wasn't really sure how that one was going to get in there. That one was really on a hard take. Isaiah Hartenstein, he just couldn't get the number block in there. He's got to make sure he's got an eye target. That's another miss by Aaron Gordon.
Man, they were really shooting it outwards like this there, Terry. I never knew how that one was going to change. Now the big scoring points.
Watching from middle is Alex Caruso. That drive is off the mark, and Isaiah Hartenstein with the rebound back to Williams. Just 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wallace in the drive, got it through. Wallace with a great shuffle motion, and it's Williams with the assist. Nearing a 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Murray tries the three from outside. He is trying to go right back up, down by 13. He really has to do it. Most likely, it just has to give everyone a fair chance overlook. Williams setting it over across the Wiggins. He slides back, looks over now, finding the pass. It's broken by Murray. Lob pass broken up. Here's Watson. Still, no shot made for Watson. He misses another one. Caruso trying to give over to the wing. And here's the finish of the throwdown thing. Alex Caruso was in a hustle on the post foul, powering his way in motion. That's another big on drive.
He really did. We're going to say that Alex Caruso had a great choice to have given up and lead to a corner and get up ahead.
Oh, Gordon! How can you say that he wants to stop on Williams? I don't know. I thought that was going to be like, why is this happening? That play was like a smackdown on Williams. Wow. That's big monster takedown. What a great replay in. And that was presented by the AT&T, the 5G Slam Cam. Wiggins against Gordon. Fades, finds again at Caruso. Tries to give over now to Williams. Williams for the free throw line. And that rolls in and out. It's rebounded by Murray. Here's Watson for the finish, and he's fouled. That's Jalen Williams with his first personal and a first team foul for Denver for the OKC Thunders. He was not really happy at all. I mean, Jalen Williams is really like doing all when he can get off to it. This time, it's just not a big angle when you need to do for it. You have to do it for real. And all that life, nobody wants to give it up. Free throws on for Watson. He's at the free throw line shooting 2, nearing the 90-second mark in the third. He'll knock down the first free throw. And now with some new changes for the Nuggets and the Thunders. Isaiah Joe checks in for Caruso. And for Williams, he's checked out as Caruso moves over as another Jalen Williams heads it over. 4 players are checked out. Najee and Saric are checked in. Murray and Russell Westbrook check back on the court. That's good for the second one for Watson. The Nuggets trail by 10. Caruso slowing it down a bit. Now he will have it again to Wiggins. Wiggins pass down finds Joe. Here's Joe. The slide back over now finds it off to Wiggins. Wiggins pass to Caruso. Caruso up. 2 pointers, so good. Rebounded by Watson. 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. He'll try to watch it in with a spin. Lost it. Unbelievable. That must have been on Caruso with your rejection. I would have said that Alex Caruso could have got a piece with it. I think that's going to be on his next rejection. Wiggins pass to Caruso and back to Isaiah Joe. Joe rolls over to Caruso, 3 to shoot. 3 for Wiggins. That's good. Another 3 downtown on the wing. Aaron Wiggins has 5 points. And his bench points goes up by 3 to 13. 3 for Watson. There's the backs are back. That one is pulls the other way. 58 to 47. This really could get that one back in the worst out of range. I don't see what where it's going to go, but they really have to be playing afterward the whole time in this range. No interception. Now the pass off that anyway goes. Williams pass to Wallace. Wallace right over to Williams. Step back for 2. And it's good. Another 2-pointer for the Thunders. As Jalen Williams got a 2-pointer. He waited patiently, and now he has a 2. Got a good look. Williams, Saric up, good. Another teardrop floater. Will pull in for Saric. And Caruso. Deep on a half-court shot. Oh, he almost would have made it, but he just did not get a good strike. So therefore, the Thunders have a 62-48 game, and the fourth quarter is underway next. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter is underway after this. Let's have a moment now to reveal the state of business of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I'm checking on this one here. This is the passing percentage. When you look for the SGA, this pass gives to Holmgren. It's just a one-time look. This energy is going to make that one feel pressure to make the key work in.
Yeah, he's really like showing his great use.
Timing's just a great use. When you know about this one here, Terry, you've got to see this one to believe it.
Fourth quarter is underway. If you're just joining us, we welcome you back as we're ready to finish things off. Cornish Alexanders is with Joe. Holmgren is with Dort. And Williams is small forward. Finishing group here as they're nearing to the closing end of the win as they'll be advancing to the Western Conference Finals for the OKC Thunders if they beat the Denver Nuggets. And we'll see how this gets for number 2. They're right in the range for the Thunder and the Nuggets. Jalen Williams got 10 points in the game.
He really had a great eye on committing in this one. I mean, more likely when I would see things from Denver Nuggets, they really have been trying to fly back and around. No hard feelings. No pressure does anybody nice.
He sets the Dort. Dort pass right to Holmgren. Holmgren looks to Williams. Here's Williams for the finish. He's fouled. That'll be Saric for his first personal foul. And his first team foul for the Denver Nuggets. 7:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. As now Williams heads back to the free throw line. Shooting 2.
I won't believe on this. Every time that happens with Jalen Williams, number 8, he would have shows all of it. I mean, no kidding. All of it when you need to do for him. You've got to have that one with the right look. Williams drops the first free throw. And the switch-up change will be Caruso, as now as Hardenstein checks in for Isaiah Joe. Holmgren moves to power forward. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon is checked back on the court, subbing in for Saric. And here are the upcoming games, as we only have one game left so far. This time, as we have a great look in the range, the Indiana Pacers are playing against the Cavaliers by the next game. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. and will be at Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Then we got a big first look here to start the Western Conference. Yes, we got the winning between the OKC Thunder or the Nuggets. And then if it will be Game 6 if necessary, we'll see Game 5, Game 4 if necessary. They'll be on the other side of it. And then the Western Conference will be the next one to take things in, so that'll be soon after the second round is complete. And then as we will take a step dive into Game 5, we will be seeing the Celtics and the Knicks one last time in for the round 2 of the conference semifinals. Well, we'll see how this one gets happening. Do you think that this will be it? I believe that I'm going to say the New York Knicks. Maybe we have to see this one with that powers on his own, a hard drive, and an defensive effort. I think we're about to see them win. Open pass to Williams. Williams pass over to Gordon Alexander. Here's the jumping drive. That shot won't go in. Russell Westbrook over to Porter Jr. Porter Jr. slides back. Rolls right over in the middle. The kick to Jokic. What a dunk. That's a Jokic with a better drive on a Joker. You wouldn't believe on this. I wouldn't say that this would take anything like this effort to stand back. That's really almost impossible. Timeout call by OKC. They'll talk things over with 5:37. Big dish off to Jokic. Okay. I'll give it over right to you. Would believe on that. Can be anybody. A new look at the line between the Thunders and for the Nuggets. As we have Ali LaForce talking it in, she talked to one of our better star in the coaching game, as Spillman. He really has talked to one of them. And he says, we need to be out here, fellas. We're not really done with this yet. We have to make sure that we are all prepared in. And if we don't, we're never going to get it done. So we have to get the defenders in, get it rolling. There's a lot of big cut motions from Mark Deneau. We have to work on it. We don't want anybody to get right underneath, and this possession is not the better choice to be in. Yeah, they really have to do for enough take. Spielman really needs to give this one a head coach another shot. Otherwise, this season is over. SGA passes to Hardenstein, and he has it over to Holmgren. Holmgren passes over to Williams, over Porter Jr., and that shot's off the rim and rebounded by Jokic. Jokic got another rebound in. Pass over to Braun. He finds Westbrook for 3. And that will go in. They're back down by 8. It's a close game in the battle. 68-60. Looks to Williams. Fades. Gregorius Alexander finds Holmgren. Holmgren. Over to Gordon. That's no good. Another miss by OKC. Here comes Westbrook for the finish. Oh, Holmgren! Denied a shot. That one stops sign for the Nuggets attack. And this will keep the ball alive in the OKC zone. No one stands out for Holmgren. I would believe on that this would be change. Chance, effort. Gordon from corner. Pass to Porter Jr. Watches to Westbrook for 3. And that's no good again. Rebound by Lucian Storm. That's his second rebound. Slows things down. Needs to give some screen opportunity. He'll now find Williams.
Setting a zone for Hardenstein. Try to change it up. SGA outside. For the Crosby, a shot, and it's good. It's good. Gordon Alexander with 12 points. And he's trying to look for the beat on Aaron Gordon. He has 2 points trail over right on Aaron Gordon.
You won't understand this one. That really makes it to SGA with some great shots. Timing turkey can be a little challenging. You know, what's got to make use of it to make it clear.
Back to Dort. Dort. Pass to Gordon Alexander. Right turn to try, and that's good. Gordon Alexander with 2 more buckets. He now has tied with Aaron Gordon with 14 points. Timeout. Denver Nuggets with only 3:04 remaining in the 4th quarter. This is a big battle range. Looks like the Defenders will be able to try to advance themselves to the Western Conference Finals. Let's see how they can handle it. And with that one, we've got a big matchup here as we'll take the first start here with 1 game in the range for the first and second game. The first part of the game will be the Washington Capitals against the Florida Panthers at Capital One Arena. That first game will start at 7 p.m. Going along with the first part of the game for the NBA, and this will be ready to be shortly in a moment. And then we have our next day as you'll head on over to Dallas as we've got the Stars facing against the Oilers. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. on the other side. Then game 2 will be the same thing for the Panthers and the Capitals. 7 p.m. on the other side, Stars and Oilers, 8 p.m. And then we'll get a first one to start things off for games 1 as you'll have the Eastern versus Western Conference right in a range between a winning team to face against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we'll find out who they are. And then we'll get ready for game number 3. Out on the line, showdown. Let's present the New Balance player of the game, Chet Holmgren. Holmgren's really like the better player to beat. He really is showing off. What they all have to expect now is they kept him for playing him for good and for the bad.
You won't have to stand anything. Chet Holmgren is really making it look easy now. The tightness range score is really what they all expect now. Don't give the credit if you can definitely beat the front.
And now, as it's back the other way, here's Porter Jr. He'll start in as we're approaching the final 3 minutes in the regulation quarter. And this will count as the bucket for Christian Braun as Chet Holmgren touches the ball right near the rim. That will count it for the 2 points.
You see, goaltending is not the really interfere option. You really have to say now is, don't take the goaltending off the interference. You will have to you'll be late if you don't make that one in and the blocking at the same time.
Dort trying to slow down a little bit. Now finding a Gordon Alexander to Holmgren. Over Gordon. Rolls in and out. Russell Westbrook with another rebound. He'll hand it over to Gordon with a shot. Another goaltending. Fouled me 2 in a row. Aaron Gordon will count the bucket. I don't know what they did. It seemed like Chet Holmgren would have had that block. That did not work for him. Here's Gordon Alexander for the 2, and that one drops it in. Alexander with 16 points, 20 minutes on the court, 70% field goal. And here's Jokic from outside, over on Nugent's Dort. Quarter bounce pass, right in the middle, Hardenstein denies a shot. Dort slides down, 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter regulation. Gordon Alexander will now make a new change-up. You'll have it again to Dort. Dort, over the free throw line, and that misses again. Rebounded up by the Nuggets. Braun wants to take the closing range in, but Porter Jr. can't hit it off. And that was sent over to Williams again to Holmgren. Holmgren passes over, now finds it to Jalen Williams. Williams pass, now finds Dort. Dort gives back over again. The 3 for Williams is good. Big and downtown to take for Jalen Williams as Dort with the assist. He gets 15.
Just make that crowd silent. Now they're just making them go home. Well, it's been a wild ride, but sorry, Nuggets.
Looks like it's someone else is going to take that over.
Set the prime. That is a beauty to make that one reverse on the dunk. Timeout given by the OKC Blenders with only 1:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. They're down by 10. We'll take a little fast break in to finish things off, and there won't be a lot of time left to finish things in, so there'll have to be only one to give. As we continue this one with nearing the final minute in the fourth quarter, here's Holmgren. Pass to Gregorix Alexander. Keep the pass to Williams. Williams, 4-2. Off the rim and rebounded by Jokic. Down to a final minute in the fourth quarter. Set over to Westbrook for the 2. That's good. Number 2 quarter pops in. Russell Westbrook with 11 points, 5 out of 10 field goals. Cases really need to be in close range. You gotta start commuting it in there if you want to get some more points. Williams with the pass over now to Dort and move the ball around. Gregorix Alexander pass to Williams. Williams pass to Holmgren. Holmgren. Williams, step up for 2. And that's good. A number 2 pointer for Jalen Williams. He has 17. Now, there is no communication in. This is going to be whipped up. I don't see how Jalen Williams is doing this, but he really has been trying to give up for the 2-pointer, at least for the bench. Time wasting down. And Gregorix Alexander will close this third game, and with that is a big take on with the finish. Final score is a 79-68. Well, that was it. And for the Thunders, they're heading to the Western Conference Finals. And with a shot clock violation of only 1.8 seconds, it'll be all for the last change for the Thunder and the Nuggets. It's been a while of this one, but the Nuggets, of course, we can't wait to see their season back for season 10. So with that, it's been a wild one. Thank you, Mile High. We really appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it here. The Denver Nuggets have ended their season, and the Thunders are advances to the Western Conference Finals, and they'll be playing back home to face against the Minnesota Timberwolves for the Western Conference Finals. Along with Ali LaForce, and of course the others, with Zotroop and Boomer, I'm Terry Crews. You've been watching the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports for the Western Conference of the semifinals. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Have a great night, and so long in Mile High, Denver, Colorado. Take care. Bye now. All right, Terry, thank you very much. And it's a big always and understandable as the OKC Thunders, they made a shutout win to beat over the Denver Nuggets. There's another great range that they really wanted to do for, and they definitely move on to the conference finals. As for this point, the Nuggets and the Wolves are not the only ones to be remembered for the second round, but the Thunders and the Timberwolves is going to be our next stop. So that is being said, we've got a big one to make the solution afterwards for the Thunder and the Nuggets. It's going to be like a finish, but it turned out to be only the one way in that to finish things all. With that, Thunders and the Timberwolves are going to be the only ones left. Here's how I did with the total statistics. 58 field goals for the OKC Thunders, 38 three-pointers for Denver Nuggets, 80% of the free throws for the OKC Thunders, and 1136 fast break points and points in the paint for Denver Nuggets. And it was 2 second chance points, 25 bench points for Denver, and 30 assists for OKC. 4 offensive rebounds for both teams, 27 defensive rebounds for the Thunders with 4 steals and blocks. Then it was 5 turnovers for Denver Nuggets, 2 turnovers for the team fouls on OKC. 10 dunks was remained for Denver Nuggets. 16 biggest lead was on OKC. 1941 time possession, and only 2 timeouts were remain for Denver Nuggets. And now let's get this thing started for 3 star players of the game before we close off with this game. Start taking on the 3rd star as we're staying things on as we are looking at it. Aaron Gordon was the finish off with 4 dunks as he did everything. 22 performance effort, and he only had made 2 3-pointers out of 4. 7 out of 10 with 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. He was on 25 minutes on the court, but his season will continue. The 2nd star player of the game goes to Gregorix Alexander with 16 points and 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 out of 10 field goals with no three-pointers to give. 34 performance effort. He was really making the finish afterward and dream come to life. And that's big finish to give the point guard some possession. And your first star player of the game, well, they made a finish in Mile High. Jalen Williams with 17 points with 1 rebound, 4 assists and 1 steal, and it was 7 out of 13 field goals with only 1 3-pointer out of 2. Just 25 performance effort. It's been a big wild once. We're wild on the take for Jalen Williams. You'll be ready for Western Conference Finals. Well, that's it, folks. As we conclude with the Western Conference Finals for the semifinals of the second round, the Western Conference Finals will be underway soon once we finish the Eastern Conference Finals. With that being said, only 2 of them are left, one for Game 4 and the other one for Game 5. We'll see the Cavaliers and the Pacers as we will be seeing them again really soon. Along with my broadcasting partner and all the crew, and Nickel along with in the pregame show, I'm Fan, and hope you all enjoyed it. See you folks next time for as well as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Good night, everybody, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out some other videos in the playlist of the NBA Postseason Advantage from 2K Sports. Until next time, take care, everybody.
If you don't, somebody will.